Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
A play fake. Now Penix. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
That's dumped off to Pollard. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
At the 20-yard line.
Penix working out of the gun here. Open man, right side, it's Lane. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the
2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6 at the Bucs 15-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. To the left side, into the hands of Adunze. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And that flag accepted.
Automatic first down.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
But the numbers for Gibbs from last week, 13 carries, 95 yards, and a score.
And that's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff, they did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in the end zone at least 10 times. And that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
Here's 2nd and 8. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Right there in coverage. Credit Greg Newsome with getting a hand on it. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
That is incomplete. The Bucs at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high. Just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Look to throw now on 1st down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Now back to throw. That is caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a 1st down.
And able to work his way down to the 16. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 41 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
You can do one of two things after a penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Gibbs. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Back to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Buccaneers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
His kick is
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch. Over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Operating from the gun, Penix. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down. It's a gain of 20. And a Buccaneer first down.
Let's go. 72.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And some determined running there as they pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back to throw now on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here we go, Shaq.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll go play action here with Penix. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll get to Pollard. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Let's go now. Ready. Hut. Cougar 19.
Now Penix. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's going to have a Bucs first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, he got 4 on third down.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
you were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the give, here's Gibbs. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
To the air, Penix able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And looking to throw, Penix. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nick Bonito in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Penix. Kyle Duggar in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he is going to lose yardage here. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports halftime report starts now. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's a gain of 10. And the Buccaneers.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now it's Gibbs. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the Saints' 27-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now run by Gibbs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Brandon Graham in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them?
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Brian Thomas, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
A short throw caught by Andrews. Look at the big man rumble. And down right around the 37. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Swinging this out for Pollard. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tony Pollard. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that. Well, that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
To number 14, DK Metcalf. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
79. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas.
Complete to number 7.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and
They'll
1.
stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
60 Eagles. 60.
They'll run on first down with Wright. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 2nd and 1 now from the 21.
A gain of 9. Brings up second and 1.
They'll go again here with Wright. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Right. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bucs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Aubrey now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Buccaneers 21.
A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Down and 3.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Penix. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now back to throw. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
Back to throw again. He's across midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game.
At the 38-yard line.
19-18.
They'll look to throw again. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
12 more yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll give this to Wright, running right. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
But that last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They're going to look to throw. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll try and sneak it here. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. A field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Here's Wright. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And can they take advantage? They're deep. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a two-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. You don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a 1st down.
A gain of 14. And the Buccaneer 1st down.
They'll run it with Gibbs. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
And 11 at the 47-yard line.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll set up a throw. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll throw with Penix. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
32-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Penix. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage. And it's
the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Here we go. This is fourth down. On the bootleg, it's Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. To the air, Penix. Pressure comes, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Penix. A short throw caught by Andrews. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A big play looming on 3rd down. And looking to throw, Penix. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nick Bonito. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
no doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the 2nd half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the 1st, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll work the middle here with Wright. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. On the RPO, he'll keep it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He'll look to throw. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Here's 1st and 10.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Huntley. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This 2nd and 4. Bridgewater here to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it will push the lead up to 5. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter. Sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's go now.
Now Huntley. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side.